Hey, boys and ghouls. Welcome back to Newcastle Crew, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to everything related to the DC comic book character of John Constantine. I am Lilith Hellfire, and joining me, as always, is
Phil Parrish.
We are talking about issue 51, Home Free. This was in stores May 15, 1986. And on the cover, Hawkman is back.
What?
Who asked for Hawkman? On my cover, it says Hawkman is back.
Oh.
I don't know why.
I don't know. It was a weird time. It was like, were we still in Crisis or was it right after Crisis? They were still juggling things and deciding where things, everyone was going. And
oh, yeah. This issue's weird. It's got Harvey Bullock in it. And Deadman's still there, and Phantom Stranger's still there from the previous events of those issues, last issue, the oversized 50 issue. I love this cover. It looks like a late 70s, early 80s movie poster. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I love those posters when they paid attention to detail and stuff like that. So.
But yeah, this was like a bridging issue from like the last storyline to the next story arc.
Definitely. So we get to see a glimpse of heaven, Louisiana, and Gotham City as well. I don't like Harvey Bullock was just so freaking random to me. Was it just me?
Well, because that whole Batman arc is coming up.
Yeah.
I guess they're setting the scene, and if you want to hear those issues, check out Before the Bad. I think we did those, last summer?
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
That's my boy!
Thanks, Mom.
So basically the little blurb they give you, in the aftermath of an ultimate battle, a strange friendship ends and Swamp Thing returns home to Louisiana to find Abby gone and on the run after being charged with crimes against nature. So Deadman returns to the region of the just dead. Stranger goes back to heaven. And then it's just like, okay, y'all could have just did that at the end of the book, but whatever. Last book. No, man, I don't like it when it's an Abby issue.
Yeah, I
don't like Abby.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we got the stuff we did with Swamp Thing and the others just because this was like more of an Abby issue, so.
Yeah, that's true. They're trying to just make us actually care. He was regrowing his body too, so. Mm-hmm. That's when he meets John. And he's like, yeah, I got to go back to England. And I'm like, are you sure about that? And he's all talking about his side of the battle. And he's like, yeah, but Zatara and Sargon and a couple of his friends from Newcastle Crew kind of dead. Because that's John Constantine way. Don't be friends with John Constantine. Mm-hmm. And he also mentions how Mento has become deranged. And I'm like, you mean more so than usual? Mm-hmm. What else happens? He goes home, finds Abby missing, and then he goes to Gotham. And, well, Abby gets to Gotham, and she's like, Nikes. Like, I don't know. It's really funny because, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't think any version of Gotham has ever been good. She's just like, ugh, all these criminals are deformed and insane. And she's like, why didn't I go to Metropolis?
Well, I think she said, she goes, where can I go where do people get lost? And it's Gotham.
Or New York City. She should have went to New York City. But then she'd end up in Marvel because that's their territory. She tries to ask hookers for, like, directions. And I'm just like, they're not going to be helpful because you're not paying them. So.
Exactly.
And then, like, the Vice Squad rolls up, and it was just funny. Like, this whole thing was hilarious.
But I just love Swamp Thing goes looking for Abby. All her stuff's gone from her apartment. He's like, but he's still like, she's going to walk through the door anytime. Really? All her stuff's gone.
And then, like, that newspaper headline, Monster Sex Queen jumps bail. Wow.
That pervert.
Like, so Swamp Thing goes into a rage, and like Phil said, it's setting up the Batman Swamp Thing art. Like, but then this is all like Parliament of Trees warned him. So it's just like, that can't be good. Weird. It's so weird they decided to go this route.
I know. I mean, was it just like a big whole plot thread to get them to Gotham and Batman, or was
pretty much
Alan Moore trying to tell is this supposed to be an analogy to gay people and what they have to face.
I feel like a lot of his stories have that underlying.
Yeah, it's like, people judge you by who you choose to love, but in this story, everyone's yelling at Abby for loving a vegetable.
I know. I mean, I've heard of Stranger Things. I'm just saying.
And I mean, and like we get in the Batman arc, I don't want to spoil that because it's all before the bat, but I mean, they even say, this is the DC universe. There's people, with aliens.
Yeah, I know. But this is sophisticated suspense, which is our new hashtag. So, we can get edgy and do our mutant-like analogies of things,
And just Harvey Bullock eating that sandwich. Is he like a snake? He can like unhinge his jaw or something? Just like...
fat people, they're evil. That's a trope. No, it is. It's why old Amanda Waller was fat. They're either jolly or they're evil. So you got a 50-50 chance. I think my favorite quote, though, is from Dead Man. And he's like, days like this, it's good to be alive, presumably. I miss Dead Man so much. I miss him so much.
That's another one. They got to bring him back and do him right.
I would give this issue a solid B+.
Okay, I was probably gonna go with a B.
Okay. I didn't really have a favorite panel.
Yeah, it's kind of weird here. Maybe just like Swamp Thing like blowing up at the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say that last page was pretty good though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we've covered everything we need to cover.
Yeah, like we said,
it's an Abby issue. Y'all know how I feel about Abby, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, there wasn't that much here, especially with like Swamp Thing or Constantine.
Exactly.
Big apocalyptic issues, and then it's just like it's usually a quiet issue. The next one.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, calm it down and bring it back down to the groundedness, quote unquote, of Swamp Thing.
Because it's gonna go back up because Batman's coming.
Exactly. So those issues were really good. You guys definitely be sure to go scroll over on Before the Bat and check those out.
Yes.
Let's see. So yeah, let's do some shameless plugs and send these people about their way.
All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything about Constantine or even just the mystical DCU? Email us newcastlecrew@gmail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/newcastlecrewpodcast. Give us a like there. And follow us on Twitter @newcastlecrew.
You guys can find me on Twitter @LilithHellfire, anywhere really in the social media sphere @AdventuresInFG. Please be sure to check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com. And just make sure that you are rating and reviewing us on your favorite podcast service. And we would love to hear some feedback. Phil, where can the lovely people get a hold of you?
If you want to talk anything DC or even Marvel with me, email me nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpdp. And like we've been plugging all episode, go to Before the Bat, check out everything over there, including the Swamp Thing issues.
All right. Well, you've hung in there this far, Newcastle Crew. Please continue to do so. And until next time, remember, days like this, it's good to be alive.